Hey everyone, welcome back to the 101 library. Today, we're diving into how to create a simple floor plan in AutoCAD. This video will cover essential skills such as creating standard shapes for doors and windows, drawing walls, and utilizing the AutoCAD pre-made blocks using the Design Center. Alright, let's jump straight into AutoCAD. Before we start, if you're new to AutoCAD and haven't checked our previous videos, be sure to visit our AutoCAD playlist linked in the description. Those tutorials will give you a solid foundation for today's video. So let's get started. Under the Home tab, click on the arrow next to New and choose the ACAD.dwt template. This template will work perfectly for simple floor plans. First, let's set up our workspace and units. It's a good habit to set your drawing units before you draw anything every time you start a new drawing. To do so, type Units, hit Enter, and in the Drawing Unit dialog box, set the length type to architectural for inches and feet or decimal for metric. I'll choose architectural and then click OK to apply the changes. Additionally, before you start your drawing, create various layers for different components of your drawings, such as doors, windows, hardware, etc. This will help us stay organized. To do so, click on the Layer Properties and under the Layer Properties dialog box, add all necessary layers. Rename your layer and give it a color. Alright, once our layers are created, we will start with our floor plan. To start, I'll create the walls for my layout. I'll click the rectangular tool and I'll create a rectangle that is 60 foot by 30 foot. This will represent my exterior wall. Next, I'll use the offset tool and I'll create an offset wall that's 4.5 inches away from my exterior wall. This is just a random value. Make sure to choose a value that works for you. Next, I'll break my inside area into different rooms. Then I'll use the offset tool to create my interior walls. I'll have them also 4.5 inches thick. Then I'll break any overlapping lines using the trim tool. Once all my walls are created, I'll use the join tool to join all my walls. Next, let's draw some representations of doors and windows. There are various ways to represent doors and windows in a floor plan. For example, for doors, I'll use the rectangular tool to create my door frame first. I'll have my door frame be 4.5 inches thick and 3 foot wide. Alright. Then I'll create another rectangle that starts at the corner of my first rectangle and ends at the other side. Then I'll rotate this rectangle (90 degrees) and I'll use the arc tool to draw an arc. And here we go, we have a door representation. Now we can also create a double door. I'll copy this and I will mirror it about this point. You can know. I will trim this line. And this is my double door. Now I'll assign these two doors under my doors layer. Select these two doors, click the drop down menu and choose doors. Finally, I'll make two blocks of these two doors. I'll select my single door, type block, hit enter. I'll name it single door. I'll choose a pick point. I'll click on OK. I'll repeat for my double door. Now I'll create some windows representation. Click on the rectangular tool. I'll create a rectangle that is 4.5 inches by 3 feet. I'll split my rectangle in half. I'll create an offset. And I'll trim these lines. And this will be my window representation. I'll reassign this under the window layer. Then I'll create a block and call it window. And my window block is created. Remember that these are two simple representations of windows and doors. There are various of other representations, but people will recognize these as windows and doors when they see them in your simple floor plan. Alright, once my doors and windows are created, I'll place them in my floor plan. I'll start with a double door. I'll use that as the main door. Then I'll take my singles. Remember that the arc represents the direction of opening of the door. I'll mirror this. Then I'll place some windows. Great. After that, let's get some furniture into our floor plan. To do so, we will use the AutoCAD Premade blocks. AutoCAD has a variety of pre-made blocks that can save you tons of time. To access these blocks, click on Ctrl 2 and this will open the Design Center dialog box. Double click on this folder, then Design Center, and this will show you all block groups available in AutoCAD. Take some time and investigate what's available here. For now, we will use some of the house design tools. I'll double click on that, then double click on blocks, and I'll import some of the tools here, like a bathtub, a toilet. I'll use a top, down view, a sink, faucet. Then I'll go back to my home spaces. I'll choose blocks and I'll import some furniture. Alright, once all these are imported, I'll close my dialog box. I'll delete this toilet representation, then I'll select all my furniture and replace it under the hardware layer. Now I'll take all these blocks and place them in my house. Alright, you could add more hardware and tools as you need. And here you have it, your simple floor plan. You could add text and dimensions to this as needed. To do so, check out our AutoCAD introduction video that shows you how to add different text and dimension to your drawings. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to check out our AutoCAD playlist for more in-depth tutorials and tips. Thanks for watching.